There's a lot of people saying right now that John the Fire Sky Surfer is the best of the new units. Now, we took a look at him in a previous video where we took a look at also the Water Sky Surfer and the Wind Sky Surfer, and they didn't really have such a great showing, but the Fire Sky Surfer seemed to have a decent showing, so today we are going to take a look at him a little bit more in depth. We're going to see some more gameplay with him. We're going to see how we feel about John the Fire Sky Surfer. I mean, he is fairly cut and dry. He is a bomber that also has an increased cooldown with skill 2. Question that I would like to put in you guys' heads, however, is how different is John from another unit that we already have in the game? Again, let's recap his skills. First skill, absorb attack gauge. Second skills, increase cooldown on an enemy and decrease cooldown on yourself. And then the third skill is an AoE bomb. How different is he from this guy right here, the Wind Cobalt Bomber? So let's take a brief recap into the Wind Cobalt Bomber skills. He's got a bomb on skill 2, increases attack bar as well, so he cycles his own turn. And then he has an increased cooldown on skill 3. Always lands a crushing hit, so still nice against Miho, still nice against Ragdolls. And then he has this one, is a multi-hit, and that's going to be good. That's going to be good with artifacts deal additional damage, right? Especially on attack-based additional damage and speed-based additional damage, because, I mean, you're going to want to put speed on him regardless. But these two units are very similar. I see no one else really making that comparison, but that's up to you to decide. What do you think about the similarity between these two? Let's go take a look at some actual matches with John. Let's see how you feel about him. I would love to see some more people actually building Taurus now. I think Taurus is a decent unit. He's an underrated unit. So let's watch John get banned. Okay, John did not get banned. The Shungpung got banned. Lulu gets banned from the enemy team. They do still have two sources of cleanse. They have the Rakuni cleanse. Rakuni's just going to cleanse one unit. And then they have the Juno's just going to cleanse herself and heal based on everything. So 3 bombs. Another bomb completely destroys. So, okay, so that works. We're off to a good start. John actually did some stuff. It was a John bomb team. Again, I feel like you could have done this with kind of any bomber, but I feel like we're going to see a lot of the same combinations of Ciara, a double speed leads, double strippers, and the John. So, bans out the Hey Gang, bans out the 1 speed lead on the opponent's team. The 1 speed lead there. And he leaves in the Water Ryu, which is most, or the Moor, sorry, which is most likely on Swift. So he outsped, he decreased attack gauge, and he bombed. The question is, though, I mean, I feel like you could have done this with any bomber. Bombers are pretty decent overall. They have damage, and they also have some control because they stun after the bomb detonates. So I just feel like, did we see John do something differently? So far, did we see John do something differently than another bomber could have done? So this is not the match that I thought I was going to see today. This guy is using John in a bruiser team with, this is not similar to what we were seeing before. We were seeing John being used in a fast aggressive team. Using it in a bruiser team now with the Wind on Miyuji. So Wind on Miyuji passive is going to activate her increased attack gauge. She doesn't land her Karma. It's not the first time Wind on Miyuji has ever disappointed anyone. I promise you that. Gets the bomb on there. Gets the first skill. Bomb detonates after Lulu gets an additional turn. Gets the suppression on Molong. Okay, actually gets it on something, which is a good start. I don't know how much they're going to be able to come back from this. Gets the bomb. Okay. All 4. Gets all 4 bombs. I still don't see this going very well. But this is not the first time someone has picked the Wind on Miyuji. This might be the first time someone's picked the Wind on Miyuji ever in the history of all of esports. That's a joke. Esports, lols. So the real question is, who disappointed? Really, John did what he was supposed to do. John bombed. I see nothing wrong with John actually doing what he was supposed to here. Wind on Miyuji might have been the problem. It would have been just any other unit. Just pick any other unit. Also, they were going up against a fast, aggressive team, which I don't think John is necessarily the right spot for. So they were already at a disadvantage there. But I don't think John really disappointed here. I think he did what he was supposed to do. It just wasn't. Those weren't the units that I would have picked for this job. So this time we're going to see John with some fast, aggressive. This is what he should be used for. With fast, aggressive units. So I assume that that's going to outspeed the Oki, right? Because Oki is generally on Violent Runes nowadays. He used to be, the meta for Oki used to be on Swift. Now it's violent. So gets bombed. Does not get the stun from that though. Does he actually come in with the Lulu? Okay. Spear of Devastation. See, if he actually got bombed, then the bomb didn't and the stun didn't get resisted. So now he's got nothing. Right now he needs some more strips. I mean, he has 3 strippers, but let's see. Let's see how this game plays out. John's doing John's job, and they just quit at that point. So that match would have gone definitely differently. Definitely differently if the Oki actually took that stun after he was bombed. So I think John did a fine job here, though. This guy second picks the Fire Skydancer. Fire Sky Surfer John. Second picks. Bans the Tianlang, bans the Nyx. Okay, I don't know if I would have second. That's a very aggressive for a second pick of the of John. I don't know if I would have picked him that fast because let's be honest, there is a pretty decent free-to-play friendly counter to this unit in RTA at least. Well, in any aspect of the game, in any aspect of PvP, is just Veramos, right? So John takes a bomb to the face. That's very poetic, I guess. So let's see if he's able to kill this Diana. Let's see if he's able to revive the John, get some more bombs there. Because he doesn't have any immunity or cleanse. But yeah, the Veramos is just a counter to John. I always want to call him Jean. John, not Jean. John. It's like the opposite of the paladin. Anyway, let's see. Does he get the revive? And does he bring John back from the dead? Do another AoE bomb that he really can't do anything about. The opponent really can't do anything about that AoE bomb. So, does he violent proc with? He does not violent proc with Lulu. Not off to a fantastic start there. Is he gonna actually come back from this? Welcome back. Kills 77,000 damage. Welcome back to the party, John. It's a little late for that, though. I don't think that this is the best showing of John, considering this guy's got so many LDs. People are going to get the wrong impression. They're going to be like, okay, I can use John if I have a Tianlang and a Gianna and all of the and a Kinky. So no, you don't need all that stuff. You just need AoE strippers, right? You could use him with Chu. You could use him with Water Ryu. You could use him with other stuff. It doesn't necessarily even have to be those specific units. He's a bomber. He's a strong bomber. He's a Nat 5 bomber. So we don't have, wait, do we even have an AoE Nat 5? I think he's the first AoE Nat 5 bomber. All the AoE bombers are 4 stars. I'm trying to see if I'm wrong, but yeah, it seems like all the AoE bombers are 4 stars. So, I mean, he did his thing. There were strips, and then he comes in with the bombs. Let's see. Not off to a great start. I think Kinky's going to have to solo this. I mean, again, here's the thing. John is not doing bad. John is doing just fine. John is doing what John is supposed to be doing. But the team still got Vertihealed. The team still got... Watch, they still lose. Watch, Kinky's so OP, they still lose this. They need a stun. They need to get these stuns. He also needed the Rika to survive. Yeah, he needs these stuns now. Because if he doesn't have these stuns, Kinky's just going to solo. Is this disgusting? I feel like this is disgusting. That this unit is just... Anything... I feel like there shouldn't really be units that 4v1 things. I feel like there shouldn't really be... So, yeah. I feel like there really shouldn't be units that 4v1 things. That was painful to watch. Very painful. Last match of the day. How do we feel about John so far? We got to see a little bit more of what he can do in this one. Honestly, I feel like he's performing pretty well. I'm not disappointed in him. I just feel like he is a bomber. He's performing as I would expect from any AoE bomber unit. And I was incorrect when I said that he was the first Nat... Lulu cuts in at the perfect time. But the Hay Gang comes in and strips everything again. So this is one of the unfortunate downfalls to any AoE bombers or any bombers in general is resistance happens, RNG happens. If the enemy either has high resistance or if the enemy just gets lucky, RNG can happen and the unit can be basically useless. So that is the unfortunate reality situation. But that's kind of the same thing with any bomber at all. I was going to say he's our first Nat 5 AoE bomber. That is not true, though, because you would think about it, right? Okay, he is our first Nat 5 AoE bomber. There's no other Nat 5s that have AoE bombs, unless you take into consideration the water on Muji, which can do an AoE bomb. If there was any bomb placed in the course of the match, she will do an AoE bomb onto the enemy. So he's the first one that has the skill by himself. But anyway, he's performing basically as I would expect from any AoE bomber. I think that there's other good bombers. I think that the light cobalt bombers are fantastic. I think that he's also similar to the wind bomber. I think that he's good. I think the other bombers are good too. I don't think any of them are OP though. So I would honestly, I know I always disagree with people. I'm like, I don't think that he's OP. I think that he is a usable unit. I think that he can be nice in some areas, but also I think that there's other AoE bombers that don't get the credit that they deserve from, like, sometimes they're decent picks as well. So anyway, that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I know you guys are going to disagree with me in the comments, but I don't think that he's super OP. I don't. I think he's usable. I think he's decent. I think that, like, if I got him, I would play with him, but yeah, I don't think he's, like, game-breaking OP. Some people saying he's, like, super OP, like, oh my god. I'm like, he's okay. He's an AoE bomber. They're all okay. Anyway, that's it for this one. See you as always in the next one.